Bob Bulmer, Trials and Development Manager at the Little Ponton Regional Development Site. It is 26th of May. Just having a look at the site just to see what the crops look like at emergence. This is the variety section behind me. You can see that the crops are hanging on quite well despite the exceptionally dry weather that we're having. There's a bit of leaf curling in some of the varieties, but others seem to be doing quite well despite the conditions. It's noticeable here that we are starting to get some quite nice contrasts in terms of growth and development between the varieties, and also some colour differences. Crusoe is always the one that I use as a bit of a benchmark, so I can orientate myself in the plots, and that's standing out as a bright green. The plan is here to take all these plots to yield. We use a small plot combine, and we'll report back on the results in terms of yield and specific weight. Here we're looking at the variety Skyscraper, and we're starting to look at seed rate and how that interacts with inputs. This year a lot of crops have been sown very late. They haven't had much of a chance to tiller, and we know that to get good yields you need good ear numbers in wheat. So your only chance is to try and retain as many tillers as possible. You can't really influence tiller number. So we've got two sections here. This section straight behind me is looking at nutrition. So we've got a low sowing density, 200 seeds, got a conventional sowing density, 350 seeds, and we've got a high seed density, 500 seeds, just to create three different situations to see what we can do to actually manipulate that situation. So here, at the lower seed density, we thought it'd be interesting to see what influence we have by applying phosphate in the spring on these plots. Phosphate's associated with rooting and early growth. If you build up a good root system, can you retain more tillers through that approach? At the highest density, you're faced with the opposite problems. You've got a very high biomass crop, a lot of dry matter, and the consequences of that are things like lodging and disease pressure because you've got a thick canopy. So we're looking at an alternative nutrient in that situation, which is potash, which has a reputation for straw strength, which should help with reducing lodging, and it's also associated with plant health. It should mitigate against the effects of disease.